Hello, everybody. Welcome to one more lesson. This time, as you very likely can see, we will be discussing the verb to be in the past. A very important topic that many English students and English learners they have some doubts when to use the verb to be and especially how to use the verb to be in the past. So, let's get familiar with this topic. Let's begin. Guys, to start our conversation about the verb to be in the past, let's identify the different possibilities. First, let's talk about the positive usage of the verb to be. So let's put this to the side so we can focus exclusively on that. When we, guys, conjugate the verb to be in the past, in affirmative, there are two possibilities, was and were. So was and were, guys, it's the same. It is the same coin but different sides because both of them are verb to be. In the present, we say I am, you are, we are, and they are. Isn't that correct? So are we use for you, we, and they. This, remember, is verb to be in the present. Let me write here, verb to be in present. I am, you are, we are, and they are. And when we describe he, she, and it, we say is. So verb to be in present is am. Let me use a different color. Let's use this one. Am, are, wait a second, let's create this, great, and is. There we go. Am, is, are, verb to be in the present. But today we are learning verb to be in the past. So we have the subject, I, you, he, she, it, we, and they, was or were, plus the complement. This complement, guys, because it is verb to be is very commonly used to talk about adjectives or characteristics. For instance, I can say happy, sad, well, glad, energized, tired. So it is an adjective, it is a quality. Examples of adjectives, let's write them here. We could say good, bad, so on and so forth, sad, ugly, beautiful. We can also use verb to be to talk about physical locations. For example, if I have the supermarket, uh, the at work, at the gym, at in a different city, right? And here we have some examples in affirmative. Let's read them together. I was happy to see you. Feel free to read after me or with me. You decide. You are in control. You are watching the video. You can pause. You can increase the speed. You can reduce. I was happy to see you. So take a look. There we have the adjective. I was happy to see you. The concert was amazing. Another the another usage of was, verb to be in the past. The concert was amazing. Amazing is an adjective. The concert, remember, guys, represents it. It's not a person, it is a thing. The concert. The concert was amazing. They were here yesterday. Remember, was and were, verb to be in the past. They were here yesterday, and the party was a lot of fun. Similarly to the concert, the party represents the subject it. It was a lot of fun. Okay, guys? So this is how we can use verb to be in the past in affirmative. Let's get to know how we can use it in the negative. Let's organize here so we have a clear Canva to work, organized workspace. And in the negative, the only difference is that we add now the not. I was not, or you were not. And then the complement, which we know can be an adjective or a physical location. Yes, adjectives. Here we have more space, so I'm going to write a little bit more. Adjectives, beside good and bad, we have excellent, incredible, sad, happy, tired, well, so on and so forth. Let's increase this. There we go. Physical location, we could say at the store, at the office, at work, at the supermarket. All of this is physical location. And remember, guys, we are talking about the complement here, which can be both the adjective or the physical location. Yes, is that clear? I hope it is. And here we have some examples. I wasn't well yesterday. The weather wasn't very good. They weren't able, they were not able to attend the meeting, because you can see, guys, that I can contract. Was not becomes wasn't. Were not becomes weren't. And finally, the food was not very tasty, very delicious. The food was not very tasty. So the food was a little bit bad. That's how we can describe verb to be in negative. Let's move on, shall we? By the way, remember to pause the video when you find the necessity, and please take notes while you watch this video in a physical notebook or in a digital document like a digital tool such as Notion or Google Docs or Word, whatever you prefer. And then finally, let's see the verb to be in interrogative. This time we just invert. In affirmative, we say I was, you were, he was, she was, it was, we were, they were. But in interrogative, I just invert. I say was I, were you, was he, was she, was it, were we, and were they. And then, of course, the complement, which we now are extremely familiar, that it can be both the adjective or the physical location. There it is. So we have some questions here. Were you at the store earlier? Was the movie good? Was the movie any good? Were they at the party last night? Was the test difficult? So there it is, the interrogative. And then, guys, here it's a little schema that you can use. In affirmative, we will say I, he, she, and it with was. And then now we know that this is our complement. Okay, happy, very good, at the supermarket yesterday. And here, let me just prove this. You, we, and they were. Okay, so what we can identify is that am and is, verb to be in present, becomes was. Let's use a cool color. There it is. However, are, verb to be in present, becomes were. There we go. You, we, and they were at the supermarket. If it is negative, it's the same idea. We just include the not. I, he, she, and it was not, and then our complement, happy, very good, at the supermarket. You, we, and they were not. Pretty straightforward. And then in interrogative, was I, was he, was she, was it, were you, were we, and were they. So feel free to take a print of this schema or to write it down. It is very important to actively interact with these videos so you can absorb as much information and knowledge as possible. And then, guys, as usually, we will wrap up our discussion today, our conversation, our class that I hope you have enjoyed. If you have liked it, please give us a thumbs up, share this content with your friend, leave a comment below describing what you thought of the video. And then now let's get to our exercise. Pause the video here and try to complete it, being mindful that sometimes we have not here, so it means that it is negative. So complete these sentences with the verb to be in the past. Pause this video, please, and complete there after we are going to do together. Okay, I hope you paused the video and completed the sentences, and now let's check together. I was pretty straightforward. I was tired after the long day at work. They were happy to see their friends. She wasn't, if you could write there, or was not, is the same idea. The only difference is that this one is contracted and this one is not. She wasn't feeling well yesterday. We were at the beach all day. He wasn't sure if he wanted to go to the party. The weather was beautiful last weekend. They were very excited. They were excited to start their new job. She wasn't happy with her test score. We were late for the movie, and then finally he was surprised to see his old friend. If you see this, guys, if you return here, you will see that it matches exactly because, of course, that's the structure. I was, let me use this color here. I was, they were, she was not because it's negative, we were, he was not because it is negative, the weather was, the weather representing it, they were, she wasn't, we were, and he was, exactly as we have seen in our schema. All right, guys, hope you have enjoyed. Have a good one. See you next time. All the best. Bye bye.